So in today's video, it's always a good day when it's a launch day. I'm going to be very humbly, as always, introducing to you our very latest product, POW, that you see here. But this launch day is even better. North America have just launched, Europe, so Belgium has launched, the UK is launching now. So this is a full global launch, west, east, middle, everywhere. Down under very soon, hint hint. I'm going to be showing to you exactly what the product is, what it's used for, what we're waiting for. Let's go. So what is the product? How does a 2-in-1 dilutable panel wipe degreaser sound to you? To me it sounds goddamn beautiful. So introducing on this video is our panel wipe. Now I said a very key word there. It's dilutable. Well, I'm going to now take you around and show exactly why you can use it full strength and dilutable. But before we get to the beautiful bits, let's talk some specs. So when you heard me say 2-in-1, you're probably thinking, what is he on about? Right, so the 2-in-1 part is it's a citrus-based panel wipe degreaser. Now, why are we infusing citrus into something that should never ever have citrus? Because the usual others on the market you could find within your drinking water. Weak, having to sometimes do multiple passes, which means you're going around the car 2-3 times with the same product. So it's a false economy. You are using more product to achieve the same job that shouldn't need to be achieved. You should be a one-hit wonder in this case. So the citrus itself is going to actually penetrate a lot deeper than alcohol. Alcohol is very good, especially premium blends are fantastic, but it again will fall short. And then where sometimes you're using, say, a heavy product like a heavy solvent-based compound that may actually leave traces behind even after a panel prep, then you need to do it over and over again. This is why citrus will then come in almost like at your pre-washing step, but this is not the citrus that we're talking about for exterior use in terms of pre-washing, because that needs to be rinsed. This is a fast flashing citrus that doesn't need no water activation to get it rid from the panels, which won't cause any streaking. 2-in-1. Now, I wanted to make a product that is the strongest pro-grade product, but that is available to all. So whether you're just a weekend guy or girl that just wants to wax their car, but right before you wax the car, you're like, you know what, I want to just give it that little bit of a double check, make sure everything is off, any body oils, anything like that, let's do it. So this is why we developed it. Now what you will notice straight away, this does not flash like your traditional alcohol. And what I mean by that is you're going to see it, right? You could see very slow until, so right now it's degreasing and it's degreasing until you take your secondary towel, boom, and it's gone. So basically it moves when you want it to move. That's the most important thing, because what we're trying to achieve is basically a product that, yes, of course it'll flash. It has got an element of alcohol in there. But you don't want it to, on your first wipe, look, it's holding onto the panels, it's eating, it's degreasing. But as soon as you wipe it like this, look at that, very slow. Keep it going. It's still actually eating into the surface oils or kind of polishes, maybe old protective products like waxes. See, it's still on there until, watch this, I'll make it bigger, just so you can see. Still on the panel until, look at that, gone, boom. Now this is exactly, in my opinion, what you want. You've got extra dwell time. Extra dwell time means extra power in terms of the eating into the oils that you actually want to remove before you go for the likes of ceramic coatings, heavy waxes, or if you are, say, polishing, imagine you're hand polishing like this, you wipe it off, you don't know the true finish of a car because a lot of oils will mask, solvents will mask. So all you could do is you can have a towel just ready to go, wipe it, and you'll be like, right, shine some light on there and say, right, I need more work, or it's just perfect. Now, I'd like to welcome you to the inside of the car. And this is where this product really buries the competition into a whole different stratosphere. Every so often, you will want, as you could see, right, you will want to degrease your glass. Glass cleaners are great, but then eventually there's just too much buildup and you want to do a decon. Glass is just exactly the same as, I would say, any part of the car's body, the wheels, the tires, the trim. You decon all these parts, but you very rarely hear of people deconning glass in general, apart from the clay steps, or even degreasing the glass. But what's more important, I'm talking about the interior glass. So eventually you'll come to a level, I don't know, make up your own anniversary. Every 3 months, every 6 months, every 12 months. At this point, you are completely kind of on your own and you can do whatever you wish. Now, what you see here is a panel wipe diluted 1-to-1. So all of a sudden you have doubled your dilution, but you have not removed any strength in that way. If you take any ready-to-go panel wipe on the market and you knock it down 1-to-1, you might as well be drinking Ribena, right? It is completely useless at that point. So, for example, if you vape, if you have a lot of like in and out, windows open, all that type of stuff, and you want to degrease your glass, you're like, right, okay, I want to make it sticky. Now, try this. Honestly, I want you to try it. Take any panel wipe, apply it fairly heavy, wipe it on, off, as if it's glass cleaning, and what you will see is you will see major streaking, because all it is just alcohol. All right. Whereas if you take this, you will see, let me get the flash part. It's very, that is very sticky. So right now, while it's eating into it, you should obviously quickly wipe it on, wipe it off. Obviously, because I'm talking, I want to kind of demonstrate what's happening here. What you then do is you take your secondary towel, as if you're just doing normal glass cleaning, and the haptic feedback from your hand, that is very sticky. So the inside of the glass is very sticky. So as you could see, the towel isn't slick, and that's because the interior has now been fully degreased. Now granted, you are not going to have the same contaminant level on the inside of the glass as you do on the outside of the glass. That is fairly obvious. But if you just want to keep it on top of everything, so another reason is sometimes, you know, when cars get damp and it's misting and then it dries really quick and you've got, I wouldn't say water spotting, but you know, marks from the condensation, eventually there has to be a buildup. I'm not saying it's going to happen on your first go or your 50th go, but eventually you're just wiping and there's just residue everywhere and you're like, what is going on? And that is exactly what you're doing. Now, if you want to obviously double check everything, as you can see, look at that glass. Absolutely perfect. What you can do is you can take my trick of taking just a little bit of water. So I've got, look, you can see I'm making the glass wet again. If you just want to triple check and neutralize anything that is left over, as you can see how fast that water's flashing, all you've got to do, a little bit of moisture. Watch this. Oh. Now again, that's now changing the haptic feedback a lot. And that, my friends, is how you degrease the inside of your windscreen. If you vape, this is like literally a godsend. This is a glass cleaner times 10, but not the full strength panel wipe that you get out the bottle. And while we continue on the general thesis of the diluted 1-to-1 panel wipe, if you want something that is already stronger than anything else that comes in a bottle, but you want to just, you know, keep it as your general purpose, kind of a degreasing agent, whether it be monthly, 2 monthly, you're like, you know what, I just want to get rid of the extra salt, I want to get rid of the extra bug splats, or I'm applying a glass protectant all the time because I want to kind of keep the hydrophobics really, really fresh. Because realistically, who would want to run a true, like if you're an independent person at home, I'm talking, you don't want to run a true durability test on any product. Because when it fails is when you actually need it the most, if you understand that analogy. So you don't want to be down the M1 motorway and then your, let's say your glass coating, your glass sealant, whatever it is you're using, fails on you halfway through the journey. Obviously you come prepared. It's always becoming prepared for the next drive, the next journey. So for example, what you're going to see now is, because this is 1-to-1, you'll actually see that I've actually now introduced a lot more flash. Can you see that? That's flashing a lot quicker because I'm diluting all the properties, but at the same time, that's sticky, that's nice, honestly. Now this is out the bottle, so if it was me, I am going to use it straight out the bottle in the cases of when I'm doing polishing, when I'm getting ready for a new protection cycle, or in general, I want to just refresh that top coat. So imagine you've got a heavy paste wax, heavy paste sealant, not talking about ceramics, and you're like, right, so I'm about 70% into the durability, I'm going to wash it, I'm going to dry it without any drying aids, without any toppers. And I just want to almost like do a little bit of a deeper clean in the action of wipe on, wipe off. That's the type of deeper clean that I'm talking about, because I'm going to actually put another coat of product X, whatever it may be. Now, a clean product or a clean protective product doesn't always necessarily mean it's fully degreased. Obviously, there's the likes of limescale, contaminants, tree sap, all these type of things. So it may look visually clean, but it may actually benefit from a little lighter clean. So imagine I've got a paste sealant on here, paste wax. You're like, right, I want to just give it a quick clean before I do another coat. Like, it's literally so simple, you can't mess this. All right, wipe it on, wipe it off, and then all of a sudden the properties that you're gaining, yeah, there's just a huge difference. Huge difference. So this is obviously a little bit slicker. This has obviously I've had the drying aid removed. This is a great example. I have just ripped the drying aid right off, because that's what you want it to do. And then if this was a paste wax, I then go in and I wax it. Job's a good one. You're ready, you're good. You can use this, by the way. This has been in our household arsenal for, I don't know, 11 months, 10 months, something along those lines. If you do a heavy clean on the kitchen, if you have an induction hob, obviously cleaners like to streak. This, couple of sprays on your induction hob, you wipe it on, wipe it off. Obviously it's glass. Amazing. Use it on all your kitchen countertops. You can use it around the toilet if you're paranoid about germs. This is obviously a killer on germs, kills absolutely everything. You can use it on, say, like your floors if you've got a certain non-spaced out floor, like tiled flooring, wooden flooring, that's kind of varnished, obviously, all this type of things. And the main thing about this product, when you open it, when you atomize it, Lord have mercy on my soul, because this, whew, very nice. Smells even better atomized because it's mixing with the air. So when you are now beginning to get into the heavy degreasing products, I don't accept that you have to wear a full hazmat suit, wear a breathing mask, because the moment you spray it, half the world dies. I don't work that way, and it's not a very good, enjoyable experience. So this smells absolutely beautiful. Only thing is, don't spray it under your armpits. And that, my friends, is our latest edition, the panel wipe. Hopefully this is now even more. If people haven't yet cottoned on to what's happening here, then hopefully you know what's happening. And there has to be a certain order of preparation products in order for the next project, which is ready and waiting to go imminently. So this will really help in this process. And yeah, it's now live. If you are watching this in North America, you know what's happening there right now. I'm kind of filming this beforehand, so Hopefully you're enjoying it. If you're watching it in Belgium through Lennet, beautiful man, by the way, support him. Thank you so much. He ships throughout the whole of Europe. So he's got this on the website now. And of course, us in the UK, Scotland, Wales, England, Northern Ireland, all these countries, good to go for you, not a problem, on the website. And yeah, please let me know. Again, I have tried to dive as deep as I can. One, without blowing you chemically, and two, without making you fall asleep, because we are talking about a panel prepping, alcoholic-based, obviously degreaser. But I'd like to think we've made it slightly different. We've inbuilt it into a 2-in-1 formulation. It gives you a deeper clean. It gives you a more consistent clean. It only moves when you want it to move. So giving you that time, giving you that work ethic or work effort if you want to do a spot treatment somewhere, because it's full of grease and stuff like that. And yeah, I hope you do enjoy the product. I think going into the summer now, I think this is a perfect time. You are deconning your car. So reset, TNR, wheels on the paint. You're going to rinse it. If you want to dry it and panel wipe everything down because you're just ready for that next show wax or whatever it is that you use, this is going to be your best friend. 2-in-1 is your more often use if you're a pro detailer or you're doing it every 6 to 12 months, like a traditional panel spray. Use it straight out the bottle. That is a one-hit wonder. Let me know how you get on with this product, and I will see you all guys very soon.